Yo, what up, guys? It's Austin, and today's going to show you some law in Tekken 8. So I was browsing the internet trying to find a decent law guide. Couldn't really find one. People too busy playing like Kazuya, Jin, stuff like that. So here's me trying to fill that void. And let me tell you, law is so much fun in Tekken 8, especially if you didn't get your hands on the game yet. It is so much fun. So let me give you a very brief, comprehensive overview of law in Tekken 8. So let's start with the bad stuff first. I mean, in Tekken 8, there is a lot of general gameplay changes. For example, the Magic 4 does not counter hit anymore, and that is a big one because I used to get a lot of people with this one, right? I mean, people were pressing, this was basically my frame trap, forward 1+2 into Magic 4. That is not there anymore. However, that, for example, would counter the 3-4, so you have to commit a bit more to get a crush counter with law. That right there you can confirm off. Other than that, a lot of things do not launch anymore. For example, back turn down 4 does not launch, not even on counter hit. This does not lock down even on counter hit. The 3+4 does not launch anymore. However, very important tool still when it comes to whiff punishing, and you can commit to the final hit, which is a 4, and you can somewhat, I definitely feel like confirm this on hit. So still decent damage. But yeah, once again, does not launch. Now, it is entirely possible some frames are worse as well, going from 7 to 8, but let's just wait until the whole frame data is out before we talk about that, so I'm not really going into that in this breakdown. With that being said, let's talk about the good new stuff. So, law has a few new buttons. For example, a stepping low, which is side step 3, which can transition, or auto transitions, I think, into DSS. He also has, I think he did not have this in 7, pretty sure, the forward 4, which can be used in some combos. Other than that, didn't really see the use of that. He also has the up 4-3, which engages heat. We'll talk about heat a bit later on. He also has a parry, which is a strong parry. Let me show you. There you go, the dragon parry, back 1+2, 34 damage for the parry. Good stuff. Let's talk about strings. The new back to 1, which is very important for combos, just like that. He has the 4-3-1. This right here can be used in combos as well, and it can transition into DSS. There you go. Now we know this button, right? The 4-4-2, and you know, the 3 hits and the kick afterwards, and you can still delay all 3 hits. However, there is an addition. You can 4-2 into poison arrow, into the inch punch, which I believe is safe. And like I said, not really talking about frames, but safe, unsafe, still important. This is good. So instead of mid-high, I can now go to mid-mid. Now the one button that I didn't mention yet is 1+2, which is the nunchuck. A very, very important tool. It is so significant when it comes to law. Let me just show you a few examples. When it comes to combos, for example, this is a very basic combo, but you get the idea. You can do the 1+2 from DSS, just like that, and of course you can continue the combo afterwards. But it's not just combos. Let's take a look at the slide, right? When timed properly, this becomes guaranteed. So you slide, back turn, and then do the 1+2. It becomes guaranteed after the slide. Now, a different reason why the 1+2 is so important is because it resplats. So in Tekken 7, for example, if we get like this, we do something like this, right? 42. Now in Tekken 8, we can do this, 1+2, and resplats. Such an important tool, man, and it's so fun, especially in combos. Now let's touch on DSS. What would a law be without his DSS? And the good news, well, the good and bad news, I guess, is that law is way easier now, because the DSS, in order to get to that, it's just hold forward. So way easier. I mean, combos like, or buttons like that weren't really hard in Tekken 7, but for example, while standing 4, right, which was important. If you nailed that DSS, this was a hard DSS. I forgot the frame, but this was good. The standing 4 was good, and if you can like create a frame trap out of that, you have like good hands, you have good fingers, you have good execution. Now it's way easier. Boom, and you can forward 1, you can forward 3, you can standing 2. So that is way easier. On the other hand, one of my favorite things was see a law player go absolutely crazy, and I would be like how? An absolute beauty. In all of the fighting games, one of the most beautiful things is a crazy law with good execution. You know, boom, 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 stuff like that, right? They just nailed that. And yeah, now maybe you and me can do that as well. Now, if you're like me and have a hard time adapting to changes, the good news is that you can do it the old-fashioned way. So, for example, I just did the inputs that like I would do in Tekken 7, and that works as well, so no worries. Now, the moment you probably waited for, Heat. And yeah, Heat didn't really know what to do with it at first. Yeah, sure, Chip, yeah, sure. You're in his face, but what exactly? Why wouldn't I activate it when I can just do my combos the regular way? And the Heat Smash, for example, doesn't do that much damage. So when do I activate Heat? It depends. Now let's activate the bad boy. Very important. 1+2 in Heat becomes a launcher. Let's look at it again. Look at that. Let's activate. And now, you see that? Becomes a natural launcher, not on counter hit. Very strong. Also, naturally, I think this goes for a lot of characters. You can wall carry quite a bit with Heat. So let's activate Heat manually. Boom. Maybe like this and boom, boom, and he'd be at the wall, and I would do like something like this, right? So very good for wall carry. Also very important, and this is actually a very strong tool, his DSS, when in Heat, becomes a auto parry. So this, already very dangerous for the opponent. Or let's say this into DSS. Let me show you in the move list. There it goes right there, the auto parry from the DSS, 38 damage. And yeah, you better be matching those DSSs after you activate Heat. Once again, maybe like a 3 or 4 DSS, maybe a while standing DSS, maybe a, you name it, very important tool, very strong tool when in Heat. But wait, there is more, and I'm sure this goes for other characters as well, but check this out. So here's the down 4-3, right? You can combo from this, right? Usually, even if I get like a, no, I wasn't combo, maybe a slide. Yeah, that looked pretty decent, but no, didn't combo. So check this out. If I do the down 4-3 microstep and activate, it becomes a launcher, and from something that shouldn't launch. That is 80 damage for something that shouldn't launch. And just like that, of course, it depletes your Heat bar. But man, oh man, is that worth it. I found a different way to make use of that, but it's a bit more unrealistic. It's from this string. If you activate, it becomes launchable as well. And this is even easier. You don't even have to microstep. Just smash. And just like that, it becomes a combo as well. For example, to me, what really stands out is the loss of Magic 4. It's a bit more tricky to get the people to not press. Maybe after this one, just go with the down forward 1. Keep them honest there. And obviously with punish, still with the 3+4, keep them away or in check with the down forward 4. But yeah, man, not having a reliable counter. But again, if this goes for all characters, maybe it's just the way the game is meant to be played. And that shall conclude this law comprehensive breakdown. Maybe I forgot a thing or two, but I think for starters, this should be a good checklist when it comes to playing law in Tekken 8. Well, that being said, this was it. So if you want to see some more law action on the channel, let me know in the comment section. Hopefully, I'll be bringing you exactly that the coming days, weeks, and months ahead. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys later. Mitz signing out. Peace. Peace.